Hello there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start module first of machine learning of subject code BCS 602. So let's begin with the introduction of machine learning. Here we have the definition of machine learning first. This machine learning is defined as a discipline of artificial intelligence, that is AI, that provides machines the ability to automatically learn from data and past experiences to identify patterns and make prediction with minimal human intervention. Here, this machine learning is a branch of study. Branch of study, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. Here, this machine learning gives the computers the ability to learn by themselves. These computers can learn by themselves using the data and the past experiences which it had, and using this it identifies the patterns and make predictions without or with minimal human intervention. Here there is no need of writing a bunch of codes to give a task to the computers. Here this computer can automatically do the task, and they can solve problems. In simple words, you may say that this machine learning gives the computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. There is no need to be programmed explicitly, because this machine learning itself gives the computer the ability to learn by themselves by using the data. This is the machine learning. Now, let's move towards the next topic, that is need for machine learning. Needs for machine learning. Why do we need machine learning? Right, there must be some reason to use this machine learning. So we have four needs for machine learning for our syllabus. This is the first one, the data explosion and integration challenges. What is this data explosion? Explosion, right? This data explosion refers to the incredibly rapid and massive increase in the amount of data being generated and sorted worldwide. It's like a never ending flood of information. This data information is a rapidly increasing and massive increase in the amount of data, as in a current world, there is a lot of data being generated day by day, right? In every field we are generating data, more data. So because of this more data, the data explosion takes place, that is a rapid increase in data, in a large amount or in a bulk amount of data. That is what a data explosion is, and this data is a main fuel for machine learning. How, we will see further. Now we have integration challenges. This integration challenges refers to the obstacles and difficulties that arise when trying to connect different systems, data sources or application to others. When we want to connect one system to another system, or we want to send some data source from one system to another system, right, then we can see some errors or some poor connection between the systems occurring, right. These are some of the obstacles while we are trying to connect with each other. There are many obstacles we may experience. There are many more obstacles also, but these are some basics. These obstacles are called integral challenges, right. Now we have second need for the machine learning, that is the reason for popularity of machine learning. Why this machine learning is becoming more popular day by day? There must be some reason. Here we have three reasons in this for this popularity of machine learning. The first one is high volume of data. As I said before, we are generating more and more data than before, from social media posts and sensor readings to a financial transaction and medical records. This abundance of data is a fuel for machine learning algorithms. As I said before, we are generating large amount of data day by day in the social media and in sensor readings, and from financial transaction to a medical reports. In every field, we are generating data day by day, and this data generating is a never ending loop. Because of this large amount of data being created, the machine learning getting the fuel to learn more things, to increase its potential and to increase its accuracy. By using these large amount of data, the machine learning learns many more things, and it performs many tasks by learning from these data, and it makes patterns and solve problems by itself without any explicitly programming. Because of this abundance of data is a fuel for machine learning algorithms. As I said, this data is a fuel for machine learning algorithms. It creates its own potential to solve problem like human beings. This is why the machine learning is getting more popularity day by day. Now we have second reason for the popularity of machine learning, that is reduced storage cost. Before this cloud computing, the organizations has to store their data in a large mainframes. They have their own servers to store their data, but now which makes the storage more complicated and very hard, and was very difficult to maintain those servers. But but in today's day, it is not necessary, because we have come up with the alternative way, or you can say one of the innovative way to maintain the storage or to maintain our data, that is cloud computing, which provides us a services which provides us a services to store data in a large amount in a affordable cost, which this makes the organization to collect and retain far more data than they could in the past. For example, if we have a small office, for small office we need only few computers, and because we have only few employees, for them we provide some computers, and they have and uh, we have created their personal data for each employee in that computer. But when we when we enlarge our company, or when we enlarge our office, then the more employees will get hired, right? For each person we have to maintain the data, but it is not possible to maintain those data in our hard drives, that is the traditional way of storing the data. So that so that we can use this cloud computing. By using this cloud computing, we can store any amount of data, or any bulk amount of data, which makes much easier and affordable for the organization to maintain their data. This is another reason why the machine learning is becoming popular. By this storage, by this affordable storage, the machine learning is getting the benefit. By this, it is again learning new things, and it is improving its productivity, and its identifying pattern, and it is improving itself more day by day. And here we have the third reason for the popularity of machine learning, that is availability of complex algorithm. It is the huge reason behind the popularity of machine learning, because it can solve the real world problems which are very complex. This cannot be done with the simple algorithm, because they can't handle them. This complex algorithms like deep learning model. This deep learning model is again a subset of machine learning, in which the computers can learn intricate patterns, and they can understand the relationships in the data, and they allow us to solve things like image recognition, natural language processing, and predicting customers' behavior with much higher accuracy. This machine learning, as this machine learning can as this machine learning can learn by themselves, they can study by themselves by using the data. Here, the simple algorithms, the real world problem can also be solved by this machine learning, which are not possible with the help of simple algorithm, which we do very traditionally, like we write a code for everything, right? We can't do the more complex things by writing the code explicitly. But this machine learning algorithm, this machine learning can do a complex algorithm. Like we have deep learning models. These models, what they do, they can learn intricate patterns, which cannot be done by these simple algorithms, and they allow us to solve the problems like image recognition, natural language processing, and predicting customer behavior with much higher accuracy. For example, the machine don't know how the cat look like, right? If we provide it a data, like if we provide the image of cat with the label, with this label, with this label, then again if we ask the machine what is cat, then it automatically gives the related answers, because we have provided the data related to the cat, right? The cat has, if we, or else if we give some information like the cat looks like this, it has a ball shaped eyes and then a sharp nose, and it has uh, ears like this. If we give some information about this cat, then it can convert it into an image, and it can also convert the image into a video, right? Like this the deep learning models works. And also, the whatever we speak to these machines, like we speak in a natural language, we can't talk the machine language, right? We can't talk in a code language, we can only talk in a natural language, like we speak with others, right? Like this, we can also talk with the machines which can understand our language. That's what the natural language processing is. And the machines nowadays, uh, if you, for example, if you listen to songs on a Spotify, right? If your mood is to listen to songs like soft songs which can calm your mind, if you are listening these kinds of songs, then for a particular time you will listen to those songs. But if you go and again after a few minutes, if you go and visit that Spotify again, it will provide you the more songs like that, because it has predicted that you want to listen these soft kinds of songs. That is how the machine learning learns. It can predict the customer's behavior, and it can predict what the customers wants. This is what the machine learning is learning by themselves. And this is again the third reason why the machine learning is getting the more popularity. These are three reasons why the machine learning is getting more popular day by day. The third need of the machine learning is knowledge pyramid. Here we have five stages in this knowledge pyramid. The first stage is the data. This data is the foundation of the pyramid, consisting of raw, unorganized facts and figures. It has no context and meaning. Raw, as we know what is meant by data. This consists of a raw, unorganized facts and figures, which has no meaning and no context at all. So this data is the foundation of the pyramid. Next we have information. Data that has been processed, organized and give context, making it meaningful and useful. The data the data which we have in a raw and unorganized facts, that has been processed here these are processed and organized in a particular manner or order, and it has some context, and it also gives some meaningful and useful context. Right, this is what the information is. The information arises some questions like who, what, when and where. Now we have next to it is knowledge. Knowledge, the information that has been further processed and analyzed, combined with experiences and understanding. The information that has been further processed and has been analyzed and also has been combined with the experiences and the understanding. That's what the knowledge is. The knowledge arises questions like how and involves applying information to solve problems or make decisions. Next to this, we have the intelligence. It is the key factor in how we move from simply having data to actually gaining wisdom. Without intelligence, we can't process anything, right? If we have data, we have resources, but we have no knowledge or intelligence to use it, right? So this intelligence is the key factor in how we move from the simply data, from the raw data in the base to the wisdom, how we move from that raw data to this wisdom. That's what the intelligence is. At last we have wisdom, the highest level of the pyramid. This is the highest level of the pyramid, which represents the ability to use knowledge and make sound judgments and decisions. This wisdom answers the questions like why and involves understanding the bigger pictures. This wisdom is the highest level of pyramid. As we know what is the meaning of wisdom, right? The quality of having experiences, the person who have experience, knowledge and good judgment. Those persons are called a wise person, which have these qualities, right? Likewise, this wisdom has the highest level of pyramid, because it has the ability to use the knowledge and make sound judgments by using this data, knowledge and intelligence. It has the ability to make some sound judgments and decisions. And this wisdom answers the questions like why and involves understanding the bigger pictures. Now, now we have the fourth need of the machine learning, that is role of machine learning. What is the role of machine learning in our life? Right. This machine learning is ruling in every field nowadays. It is present in education, in a medical field, and in a training field, in a IT industry, in research field. In every field, the machine learning is taking place, and it is increasing day by day, and it's transforming the world. You can see in few years we will be filled with machine learning in every field totally. So this machine learning is playing a various roles in our lives. Like we have, for example, automation, personalization, prediction, and forecasting, etc. And we have many other fields. So this was about some introduction and the need of a machine learning. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for further updates, and thank you for watching my video.